Hey guys, it's Wendy, aka Kitty Street. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm so glad you guys are hanging out with me today because today is a Vlogmas day 12. We are halfway through the 24-day homemade Temu Advent calendar. Guys, I have had surprise after surprise after surprise, and honestly, I can't find anything that I'm not happy with. I'm really pleased with everything. And I'm going to be honest with you. If it's something that I don't like, I will let you know. But I guess I have good taste because when I went to order this order on Temu, I was like, it was a last minute thing. And I'm like, please get here before December 1st so I can stuff these drawers with the goodies before I could do the Vlogmas series. And I was just picking things and I just was like, okay, that'll fit, that'll fit, that'll fit. And so far, so good. I literally have had nothing that I can complain about. I think everything is gorgeous and right on price point, at least for me, in my opinion. Comment, let me know if you have a favorite so far. You know I'm going to ask towards the very end what your favorite is because I'm going to tell you what my favorite is. And I've got a couple already in mind so far from day 1 to day 11. But day 12 has arrived. Guys, it is a chilly here in Georgia and I am freezing constantly, but that's okay. That's what it's all about. Wintertime, we can't be hot all the time, right? Okay, I hope everybody is doing fantastic. I know I rambled on a lot yesterday about my tree situation, my second tree, and you know, I'm working on it. You should be seeing that video pretty soon and I'm getting happier by the minute. And guys, let's just go on and bust open door number 12. And it's a little bit bigger than the other drawers. So let's see what has gotten in here, guys. Look how awesome this is. It's like someone made a comment and said it looked like an old world style. That's what I was thinking too. And it's not doing justice on camera. This is a gorgeous. This is a gorgeous piece of artwork, and I'm so glad that I got it on a good deal. And I'm so glad that I brought it in my brain to do this Temu, homemade Temu Advent Calendar Vlogmas for 2023. How awesome is that? Okay, so right off the bat, it's stuffed in there. Okay, I just pulled it out. This is day 12, guys. So let's see what we got in here. Okay. This is a little different. Okay, a little differently. I'm going to move this back here. It just seems like it does better when I have it out there. And I got the drawer. And it's for day 12. Now, this is something odd. Yesterday, I pulled out the drawer. And I was like, it's day. And I went on here and I looked back. So, this one isn't on the actual wood. It's actually on the box. So, interesting. So, I think the smaller boxes are on the wood of the frame of the whole Advent calendar, and then the bigger ones are actually on the drawer. But anyway, I learn something new every day. Okay, what is I have 2 surprises. I love it. Guys, it don't take too much to make me happy. Okay, so what is this? Now, I remember this, and oh my gosh, the price of it is just incredible. Incredible. This was 57 cents. Guys, even if you had a $10 budget, I bet you could buy some great items for 10 bucks and you could get a lot of stuff off Temu. That's why I like Temu, and that's why I keep doing these videos because, man, not even at the Dollar Tree can you get this for $1.25, and here it is. I'm getting it for 57 cents. 57 cents. So what is it? Well, let's break it open and I will tell you what it is, guys. And it is a nice, and I mean nice, it's very weighty keychain. I know you can't see all that. I'm going to read to you what this says. And I am going to, this is for me. I actually bought several of these and I've had them, you know, just waiting till I got through to find this particular surprise. I'm going to give these out as little gifts to people who I feel need to hear this. And if you need to hear this, especially in this time of the year when we try to, you know, let's just put it that way. There's several types of people. And I heard this in another YouTuber, Miss Janet. You know, I really love her in her videos. You've got to go check her out. My Crazy Little Life. She is a hoot. hilarious. I'm telling you, she's my bestie for life. There's different people with going on in different seasons. Not everybody is a holly jolly, you know. Not everybody's got any money. Not everybody's in the best of health. Some people just are tired of the commercialized thoughts of the holiday. It's not even what it's all about. It's hustle bustle and cutthroat, and nobody's ever happy, and you don't ever get anything. You give and you don't get, and I can go on and on and on. So I got this keychain, and it is a little reminder, and it's what it says. It says, if I can read this. Okay, it is very tiny, but it says, and I'll put the link in there and you can see it. Oh my gosh, and it's so bright. Okay, here we go. It says little reminders. First of all, I'm going to read them and I'm going to talk about them. Then I'm going to read it all at one time. But it says, you, and you, me, are enough. You are enough. Don't ever doubt that. It is okay to have bad days. It is okay to have bad days. And I tell you, I've had some bad days in my life, but right now, in this month of 2023, December, I'm actually okay. I'm actually having a good time. I haven't stressed out not one time. I've gotten some situations where I'm real disappointed and real, you know, kind of like, okay, I got to change gears here and start all over and do something else. And I couldn't check that off my to-do list, but guess what? I moved right along, and I'm moving right along, and I'm having a good time about it. And I suggest you guys take some deep breaths and do the same if you're overdoing it, okay? And then it says, don't believe everything you think. Guys, I told you, when I sit still, I could just even sit down and watch a 30-minute sitcom or an hour-long movie. And if I'm not into that movie and I start thinking the things, it gets real grim. And you know, what can you do about it? Not a doggone thing. You think your mind is what you think. If you think negative things are going to happen. If you think positive things are going to happen. Now, are they always going to feel good? Because we are emotional beings. A lot of us think with our heart and not our minds, which is, you know, not good or bad in these situations. But sometimes, and especially during the season, and it really hits hard in January. I bet you when January comes, a lot of people are going to be like, you know, I thought, you know, that this year, all this giving I'm doing and all this decorating I'm doing, and I'm going to be happier. It's just things. What's going to be happier is just you know, for me, is laughing, joking, cutting up, finding the humor. Do I get to a point where I just want to, you know, go stick my head in the sand? Yes, because I'm going to be truthful. I am not perfect, by no means. And I'm not even going to try, okay? We have a family dinner that it got dumped on me and my sister. And I say this in the nicest way because we've always just taken charge because we want our family together. And we just did it because, you know, I guess it's true. I used to be, they said you're controlling. It wasn't really as controlling. I just wanted it to be good, and I wanted to enjoy it as well. Well, this year, I'm like, here, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick, and it's just getting closer and closer, and with everybody's schedule and everybody's dates, and I'm just kind of like, you know, what are we going to do? And there would have been a time last year I'd have been like really frustrated, really upset, and you know what? It'll happen, and I'm going to tell you where we pick it out, what we decide to do, and I'm going to tell you what my Secret Santa got me because we picked names. Look for that video. And I'm not going to video our family thing, but I'll video where we went to, what we decided, and how it all turned out, because it always turns out wonderful, no matter what. And if you're trying to get 15, 20 people together plus babies, and it turns out halfway decent, we've done a good thing. Okay, let's move on. This keeps going and going and going. It says, you are so very loved. You and me, we are so very loved. Guys, before I had a YouTube channel and had subscribers and had friends that commented, do you know how many times that someone told me that you're doing a great job, you're awesome, keep being you, you're authentic, I could be your friend? Zero. Zero, zero, zero. Now, of course, my family and them, they'll always tell me, they encourage me, and they always tell me that I'm doing great. I think at a point when you do you for your so long, they know you're going to do good, and they don't tell you. And hearing it from you guys, and I'm going to just repeat it back to you, how I feel. I love you guys. I've learned so much this year, just from the comments alone. People have taught me how to do things. They've taught me interesting things. I've learned how to deal with pain, deal with, you know, different things that I purchased off of Temu or off of anywhere. And I would come and say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing with this. Can you give me some advice? Without you guys, I would not know how this year would be. And I don't know if I would ever want to change it. So thank you. And you are very, very loved. I'm not going to get mushy. I want to hear it sometimes. And comment if you're really having a good December. I want you to comment, and I want you to put a red heart. And the reason why I wanted the red heart is because red usually is the symbol of I'm hoping love. And if you can't find a red heart, put something like a red rose. Just something where you're actually, and you're not just saying it because I'm asking you to say it. I want to know how many of you guys are really, really chill. And you're not, you know, overextending yourself, and you're not, you know, trying to be control woman or control man, and you're not trying to please everybody. Tell me the truth, because if you do not feel like you are, you know, got it under control and that you're a little bit happy, and I'm not talking about if you don't have any money or you don't know, you know, how you're going to get things. That's a totally different situation. I'm talking about you in general. The 25th comes every day, every year, the same day, right? You either plan for it or you don't. Sometimes they're going to be winners, and sometimes they're going to be and sometimes they're going to be total madness. But what I wanted to say, if you can't put a red heart or a red rose or something that's saying that you're really in the moment, enjoying it and chill, I want you to put something like one of those emoji faces, and tell me what you do. Some of them could be, you know, that like, oh my gosh, or that one's like with the big eyes, and you're thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. There's some that are stressed out. There's some that are sick. Put an emoji, put some kind of comment, because I want to pray for you. I want to tell you that I love you. I want to, you know, encourage you. You know, if there was something that I could reach through the video right now and just, you know, say, guys, I want to fix it. I want to help you. I'm right here for you. That would be me. And I would like the same back. And that's just human nature. Okay, let's just all help one another, right? Okay, and last but not least, it says, I can't even read it. So the glare says, it says, be kind to yourself. Now, I saw this, and one of the, really, I don't know if this keychain was what made me think about the Temu Advent Calendar surprise, but when I was looking at this keychain, I said, I have got to mention this kind of stuff. Because I know it's a trinket. I know it's just something, and, you know, not everybody picks it up and sees it. And if you have really, and it's not that you can't read it because of the fluorescence here. Like when I turn it a certain way, I can read it, and I can do it right quick. I can tell you right now. Little reminders. You are enough. It says, I said again, it's okay to have bad days. Don't believe everything you think. You are very loved, and be kind to yourself. So you can read it. It's just because of the fluorescence, it's hard for me to read it. This means an awful lot to me. And this video means an awful lot to me because, guys, again, not everybody is on the same page. You know, we have to roll with that. We have to, you know, I can't go and be excited for someone who just lost their job, or be excited for someone who has COVID and they're not feeling good. My son's been sick with some kind of flu, not COVID. He got tested, but he was out, you know, sick for 2 or 3 days. And it was really scary. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, please don't let that come to me, because I do not want to be sick. It feels like this year I got sick and so much this year, and I don't want to do it again. And I had to stop and think, you know, that's not what this is about. This is about getting him well and keeping myself well, and, you know, trying to just, you know, move it forward. So anyway, beautiful keychain. Got several of these to pass out to people who I know who might need them. And just in case I ever do need to give out something like this, because you need to have some reminders. We need to remind ourselves that we're here. We have a network. You have someone that you can go talk to. I can't tell you the times that I've let myself get to a point where I was just like going to blow. And all I had to do was just make a phone call to someone in my family, to a friend, to a total stranger that might could have just helped me. But would I do it? Sometimes I think we try to handle too much alone, too much by ourselves. And you know why we do that? It's because we were taught really not to ask for help. And I mean, I come from an old school thing. If you did ask for help, it looked like a sign of weakness. Now I'm realizing asking before just doing something or assuming it, because guys, I'm straightforward. I'm going to ask you right off that. What'd you say? What do you mean? Explain it to me. Let me fix it. Let me not, or I'm going to, you know, have my opinion. But I would not do that 5, 6, 7 years ago, because I just would be like, I'd go somewhere and mope. But I'm not going to go into that now, because I'm chill. I'm chill today on December 12th. We're halfway through the Advent calendar, and I am like, you know, stoked. Let's move on to number 2, okay? Because I feel like I'm really doing therapy. You got, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. Now, this is something I have been wanting. And when I say I feel like I'm doing therapy, is because I don't want to come on here and make these kind of like cheesy, chatty things. I really want you to be healthy. Healthy in your mind, healthy in your body, and just be focused. But look at this. Now, you guys know, I like Disney. But when I think of Disney, and I don't know, everybody has their own thing that they think about Disney. People have the Mickey Mouse, you know, the Donald Duck. You got, what's some other Mickey, some things. You got Frozen, you know, you got all the millions, the villains. You got, you know, everything you can think of character-wise. But my favorite, and it always will be my favorite, is Cinderella. Okay, Cinderella, Cinderella, Cinderella. I love the whole concept of the movie. I watch every single one that's ever made, and I love every kind of thing. I collect all kinds of pumpkin carriages, and this is to die for. This is awesome. I really was hoping, I was thinking that this might come on the day of the 24th, but that's okay. Maybe I needed it today. So here I got uplifted and told me to take care of myself and be kind. And then I got one of my all-time favorite characters. And I don't think you can kind of see that. Is it coming through, guys? Let me know. You know, I kind of just planned this on the fly. Maybe that's a little bit better. It is gorgeous. And what it is a pen. If I didn't say what it is, and it's also in the package. So let me tell you how much this thing cost. It cost $2.49. And it's a pen. It opens up. Let's see if it's going to be pretty easy to latch on. But like I said, Cinderella is like my all-time. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. You kind of press it out like that. It's very simple, and you stick on. And Cinderella, I'm telling you, when I watch that, it's just such a sweet little, you know, movie. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I don't know where I'm going to use this at. I'm going to wear it on something. I haven't quite decided, but this, when I saw this, I didn't even hesitate. I have another one that I didn't really care for. I bought a while back, but this one is gorgeous. Is it blue? It's like, it's not blue. It's like an iridescent kind of thing. I don't know if you can kind of see if I move it like that. It's gorgeous. So yeah, 2 surprises, guys. The keychain, and I will be keeping this around to remind me to keep my head up, and this gorgeous little pumpkin carriage, Cinderella carriage is what I'm calling it. $2.49. This was 57 cents. Made my day. And I will put these links in the description box. And yes, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of red hearts and red roses. And guys, and if I don't see that, and I see emojis and I see comments of that you're frustrated with this and that, go ahead and do it, because you need to write it down so you can throw it away, right? You need to find out what is causing your madness. And if I can help you in any kind of way, I will. All right, guys. I know this has been a long one. I don't think I'm going to put a video in this particular one. If so, you'll see it now. If not, I'll see you on Vlogmas Day 13. Now, I do have something else that I'm going to be doing. I don't know if it's going to be linked in this video or if it'll be a whole separate video, but you will see that, because it's going to be something that I'm going to do starting in, well, it's going to be the New Year's weekend, maybe the 30th or the 31st or the 1st or whatever. And it was a subscriber's idea. And I have another Advent calendar. And I'm wondering if I should do it here. I think I'm going to hold off. If you see me, if you pop up and there's another video behind it, I decided to go ahead and do it because I'm so super happy with my little goodies here. Why not continue on with more surprises? Stay tuned. See you guys.